Good morning. This is cause number 2016-12957 in the interest of Violet Rainey. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Please unmute yourself, Miss Livingston. I didn't hear you say yes.
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to this child.
My name is Charlotte Beres, and I'm her mother.
All right. And sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Clint Rainey, and I'm father.
All right. And representing the Attorney General of the state of Texas.
Luis Regla.
We have a suit for modification of child support order. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. Then let's proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I would also ask the court to take notice that the prior order we're seeking to modify in this case is titled Agreed Order and Suit to Modify Parent-Child Relationship, and that order was signed back in February 18th of 2019.
February 2019. All right. Can you outline the order?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge. And that prior order had ordered the father to pay current child support of $690 beginning December 1st, 2018 for the one child in this case. The order also had ordered the father to carry health insurance and dental insurance through his employer at his cost.
Okay.
And that's the order we're seeking to modify today, Judge.
All right. Seeking to increase or decrease?
Increase, Judge.
All right. Let's proceed.
Thank you. I'll call the child support officer, Ms. Edwards Livingston. And ma'am, what is your full name, please?
Lisa Edwards Livingston,
And where are you employed?
the Attorney General's office.
Okay. And what are some of your responsibilities and your duties in relation to appearing in court?
Calculate child support, medical support, arrears, any type of visitation. We do that in court as well.
Okay. And did you receive training in line with the Texas Family Code in order to do all those things?
Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to perform an investigation into this case in regards to child support, health insurance, and dental insurance?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you get the proof of income for the father today?
From the non-custodial parent, he provided check stubs.
Okay, you voluntarily sent in paycheck stubs, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And who is carrying health insurance going forward?
Mr. Rainey.
Okay, and how much would it cost him to carry that insurance?
The medical insurance, $210 per month.
Okay.
And
And the dental insurance, who would be carrying that?
Mr. Rainey,
Okay, and how much would it cost Mr. Rainey to carry dental insurance?
$32 per month.
Okay, and what gross monthly income were you able to find in this case based on his paycheck stubs per month?
$10,046.12.
All right, and after deducting health insurance, dental insurance, and estimated taxes under the family code, what net income would that result in?
$7,397.24.
How many children in this case?
One.
How many children does the father have an obligation to support outside of this case?
None.
The previous order had the father obligated to support, again, just one child in this case. However, he used to have an obligation for another child. Is that correct?
Yes.
How many other children did he used to have an obligation to support when the last court order was done in this case?
One.
Okay, and today, how many other children is he obligated to support?
None.
Okay. And going forward then, what would the guideline child support percentage be that we applied at the father's net income?
20%.
What would the resulting child support amount be beginning July 1st, applying guideline child support to his income?
$1,479.
And that's rounded to the nearest dollar.
Yes.
Is it 1,479?
Yes.
Judge, I will pass this witness at this time.
All right, Mr. Rainey, do you have any questions of Ms. Livingston?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
Please.
go ahead. You have a question for her?
Yes.
All right.
Ms. Livingston, in your review of the pay stubs, that there was a amount of $200 my pay stubs to a college fund account by per month.
I'm sorry, sir, you're breaking up quite a bit.
Ms. Livingston, did you, in review of the pay stubs I provided, did you see the $200 stipend for pilot's college fund now per month?
Are you're asking me about a college fund on your check stub?
Yes. Did you notice that on the pay stubs?
I am currently looking at the pay period ending 12/15/2021. I do not, unless you're talking about the 529A, which is $100
Per pay period?
per pay period. Okay, I see it. Yes.
The 529A, is that what we're referencing, Mr. Rainey?
Yes, sir. That is a college fund.
Okay, year-to-date amount at the end of 2021 is $300. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. It was started initiated in August. I think the drafts came out starting August of 2021. Drafts started coming out September, I believe, the following month.
So from September through December, it's a total amount of $300 that you've contributed. Is that correct?
For that year, yes, because it was started in August of 2021.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The September, or rather August of 2021, you have contributed as of December 15th, you've contributed $300. Is that correct?
Let me see your one that actually, I mean, as of that year, let's see, this is through for 2015, it would be $400 in 2021, but that continues. It's perpetual, Judge. It continues through today.
Okay, and that is you're voluntarily doing that. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead. You have another question for Ms. Livingston?
That's what.
Ms. Burris, do you have any questions of Ms. Livingston?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Regula.
May she be excused, Judge? Ms.
Uh,
Livingston?
yes, fine.
Thank you,
You
Judge.
excuse Ms. Livingston. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I'll call the father in this case, and
All right.
Mr. Rainey.
All right.
Sir, and in fact, you are covering health insurance and dental through your employer. Is that correct? Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this employer that you have, is this your only source of income?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of work do you do?
I'm an attorney.
Okay. In what field of law do you practice right now?
I guess, I don't know, general, whatever.
Okay. Okay. And how long have you been licensed?
2000 and
All right. And you, in fact, provided your paycheck stubs for court today. Is that correct?
yes, the ones requested I did.
All right. And when the last court order was done, you used to have a child support obligation for a separate child. Is that correct?
Actually, I don't know, obligation. Yes, there was an obligation. It terminated. Actually, no. She didn't age out until the following May, but the support obligation was paid, I want to say, a year in advance.
When did that other child emancipate? Do you remember?
May of 2020.
Okay, so that was well after the 2019 court order from February of 2019 that is being modified today. Would you at least agree with that?
I was mistaken. It was May of 2019 whenever she graduated.
Okay. The order that we're here on today then is being proposed to be set at guideline child support at 20% based on your net income. As far as applying 20% to your net income, do you agree with that?
I agree. That's what's being requested.
Okay, so what's your objection to being ordered to pay guideline child support?
Well, well, I want to still be able to maintain, I don't know, my ability to parent and provide for my daughter. I still purchase, buy her school clothes, summer clothes, winter clothes, shoes, and I pay for her cell phone, a lot of things I provide. If support, which is currently 690, sustainably, we both agreed to in February of 2019. But the increase to $1,479 per month significantly limits my, I don't know, ability to parent my child, or provide, I should say.
So even though guideline child support would be $1,479 beginning July 1st, rounded to the nearest dollar, you're asking the court to what, to deviate from guidelines?
I am requesting a deviation based on the things that I already paid for, and I mean, and the time my daughter's at home throughout the year. Have to maintain a household for her and provide for her, which includes all the necessities that other, you know, the regular things that everybody is aware of: food, clothing, shelter, utilities, fuel, and the maintenance of all those things. So I am asking for a deviation because essentially a 250% increase increase over what the current payment is, it impacts my ability as a parent to provide those things for my daughter. And she's home at least 50% throughout the year. So it's difficult to maintain and provide if this obligation is ordered. I am asking for a deviation.
Judge, I'll pass this witness.
Well, let me ask, what type of deviation? How much do you think you should be paying in child support, sir?
Well, I know I agreed to 690.
That
Given
was
that-
a few years ago, but how much
Yes, Your Honor.
right now, how much do you think that you should be paying in child support? You're asking for a deviation. I'm just asking for an amount
Yes.
that you think is fair.
Given the time that my daughter's home, I would ask that there be no increase. But if the court will consider a deviation, despite the basis, I would think increase to, I don't know, $850.
Okay. All right, Ms. Burris, do you have any questions of Mr. Rainey?
No, no, Judge. No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Regla.
Yes, Judge, I'll call the mother now as a witness.
All right.
And ma'am, did you have any objections to the guideline child support estimate of 20%, resulting in $1,479 in current child support beginning July 1st?
No, sir.
In fact, are you requesting the court said child support act guidelines and no deviation?
I am. Yes, sir.
All right. And how much time is your daughter spending with this man at this time?
What our orders say.
Okay. So it's not anything beyond what was already granted in the modified possession order from 2018. I'm sorry, this February of 2019.
Is Ms. Burris frozen? Ms. Burris?
Oh, am I frozen?
No,
I can hear you
no,
now.
no.
Okay. Yeah, we go by our orders.
Judge, I'll pass the witness at this time.
Mr. Rainey, do you have any questions of Ms. Burris?
Um, No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Regla, any further witnesses?
No, Judge, that's all I have for today.
Anything further you want to say, Ms. Burris?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rainey?
Um,
No, I'm sorry, you're breaking
Yes.
up. You're
Judge,
breaking
I
up.
apologize.
That's all right. It happens. This Zoom hearing sometimes we have
Get closer to
problems.
the mic. I don't know
No.
if that's a good idea.
You're periodically freezing is what's happening. And so
All right.
you're cutting out sometimes, but go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you right now.
Yes, Your Honor. I would just like to point out the visitation schedule that's in place that was agreed to in February of 2019. By calendar calculation, Your Honor, the visitation is at a minimum of 50-50 divide as far as how often Violet is with mom and then how often Violet is with me. And it may even be, given the summer schedule, maybe a little more. But I would ask the court to consider that still an obligation to support my daughter while she's home, and I'd like the opportunity to do the things that parents should be allowed to do. Maybe, I don't know, trips, or vacation sometime that my daughter's entitled to receive from me. And honestly, I'm entitled as a parent myself to provide. Or to consider a deviation.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
Your Honor.
All right. I just don't see any reason why we should vary from the guidelines. All other fathers are ordered to pay the guidelines, and they also take care of their children. Anything that you do voluntarily in terms of financially, well, that's strictly voluntary on your part. You don't have to do that stuff if you don't want to. Court is granting the modification. The father's ordered to pay child support in the amount of $1,479 a month beginning July 1st, 2022. No other orders are entered at this time. You may order, please.
Yes, Judge. We'll be placing you on to separate weight rooms while we get this order drafted up. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Maria, I'll have Lisa come right back and speak to the parties.
So, okay, where are we here? We're on the Shannon and Thomas case?
Yes,
that correct?
Judge.
All right, we're back on cause number 2005-60326 in the interest of Brooklyn Shannon. We had begun a hearing on a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. And we have recessed.
Yes, Judge. I think we're waiting for the mom, Brandy Thomas, to join us again. I think she's still in a breakout room.
All right. Do you have a copy of the pay record, Maria? Did you submit a pay record to Maria?
Yes, Judge. I did send it to the printer, 12:53, I believe.
Okay, she's gonna go look for it.
Thank you.
Where is Miss Thomas?
Judge, I'm trying to move her back into the main session. I'm not sure why she's not getting moved in.
Lisa Edwards, is that? No, that's Miss Livingston. You didn't mark this exhibit, Ms. Sharma?
I did, Judge. Did it not come across on the top left-hand corner?
No, you did, but I'll mark it, whatever.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, there's Miss Thomas and Mr. Shannon. You are on by telephone, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so we're back on the record here.
Yes, Judge.
Let's proceed.
Thank you. I'd like to recall Mr. Shannon. And Mr. Shannon, you had an opportunity to look at the financial report and you are in agreement that there is an arrearage amount of $16,950
Correct.
and 96 cents, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And
That is
you-
arrearage and interest.
correct, it is arrearage and 6% interest. And you were, you provided your wage income information, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
And-
let me interrupt here. Ms. Thomas, is that your agreement also that is what the arrearage is? $16,950.96. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's a stipulation we have. All right.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Okay.
And Mr. Shannon, you currently provide health insurance for your child, correct?
Correct.
And how much do you pay each month in health insurance for your one child that we're here for?
It doesn't matter whether it's one child or multiple children. It's a family plan. And as of right now, I am paying $101 from paycheck. That includes insurance and dental and vision insurance,
Okay, so, and
which
you,
monthly, I'm doing the math on that, multiplying it by 4.33, 438.
and that includes dental insurance, correct?
That does include dental, yes.
So giving you credit for the $438 you're paying in health insurance and credit for the one other child that you have outside of this case, your guideline child support amount would be $576, correct?
Correct.
And you are not in agreement with that amount, correct?
I would be in agreement with it, but I would like to address the arrearage and the interest to offset. I don't want to become an extra $5,000 in debt. That does nobody any good. So that's something that I wanted to touch base on.
And if you
Yeah,
were to
that's
pay,
pretty
if you were in agreement to the $576 in child support, what would your agreement be for the back support?
The back support with paying this child, the amount of child support, I wouldn't be able to pay on the arrearage because it taps me out. So all that's going to happen is my interest is going to build. I'm going to get further behind in debt with the court. It doesn't set me up for any kind of success for paying for child support, and it makes it to where I'm also responsible for my other child's medical bills. I'm also responsible for my other child's child care. There's a lot of factors that go on with this. So I'm asking that either we can come to an agreement to lower the interest, or Ms. Thomas would like to subsidize something, come to an agreement to where I can make this possible, to where it doesn't hinder my 5-year-old. I do have
Okay.
50-50 placement with my 5-year-old. I do have 50-50 custody of my 5-year-old. And I do have to pay child care. That is court ordered that we are to take care of our own child care.
Okay, Mr.
And
Shannon.
Okay,
so to con-
okay, wait a second. You understand, sir, that this is statutorily the amount, nothing I can do about that amount, in terms of interest.
Correct.
Okay,
It
so
would have to be up to Ms. Thomas, correct?
No, it would have to be up to the state legislature to change the
Okay.
amount of interest. Not, she has nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. AG has nothing to do with it. It's what the state legislature mandates.
Okay, I
So
understand.
Okay, so that can't be changed. The amount of interest cannot be changed.
And just a few more
Given-
questions for you, Mr. Shannon. So you're in agreement to pay the increased child support, but not anything toward the arrearage, correct?
I wouldn't be able to at this time. If we can
Okay.
lower child support to where I can make the arrearage payments as well, that would be fantastic. As of right
Okay.
now, I am paying $137.31 a week, which equals out to a little over $600.
And
A
Mr.
month?
Shannon, oh, sorry, were you finished?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And how old is your child right now?
The one in question or my other one?
The one in question.
The one in question, she is 17 and a half years old. She'll be 18 in 3 months.
And last year, you and Ms. Thomas participated in a child support review order, and neither party came to an agreement during that child support review order, correct?
Correct.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
Ms. Thomas, do you have any questions for Mr. Shannon?
Not questions, no.
Okay. Ms. Sharma?
Yes, Judge, I would like to call Miss Brandy Thomas. Miss Thomas, your child is 17 and a half, correct?
Correct.
And when will she graduate high school?
May of 2023, next year.
And you agree that child support amount should be at $576 per month?
Correct.
Are you in agreement to any deviation downward from that amount?
No.
Are you in agreement to release any arrears if you're able to release arrears?
No.
And do you have any unpaid medical expenses for your daughter that you are requesting reimbursement?
Yes.
Do you know the total amount of that?
There is several separate ones. The one that you have the packet on
But
is, I'm
And you
sorry?
understand, Ms. Thomas, that because dad was ordered to carry the health insurance, that he is the one that's covering the medical, correct?
Yes, this is just medical bills that have been paid.
Okay. And was that through Mr. Shannon's health insurance coverage?
No, part of those are, and part of them are not. So he did not cover her until 2017, the initial packet that I gave you, because I did not have his whereabouts. That was $12,540.99 that I paid. I have the receipts for. I provided that to Ms. Battles I provided several caseworkers as well as Ms. Battles last year. She agreed that his amount was $6,270.50. And then I also submitted, this was one of the returned mails that was never, it says return to sender, unclaimed, unable to forward with the dates. This is $2,445 that I paid. And then since our last meeting last year, there's an additional $1,300, which I have in receipts that has been paid. And she has an additional $300 to $400 a month in ongoing medical expenses because she has multiple medical conditions that she's always had. And these are not insurance premiums. These are bills that I'm actively paying to get her medical care.
And to confirm, these are bills that you were paying when Mr. Shannon was not covering the child under health insurance, correct?
Part of them are before he covered, and then this as well as the $1,300 in the last year are while we both had her covered. And then the $12,540.99 is when that's between, she had Medicaid because he wasn't paying child support. She had Medicaid until she was 8. So from the time she was 8.
All right, so what we're doing here is claiming, Ms. Sharma, the mother is claiming reimbursement for unpaid medical expenses. Is that what we're talking about?
Just to confirm, yes, Judge, that dad did not cover the health insurance and mom had brought that up during negotiations. And I explained to her that we're probably not going after unreimbursed medical during this hearing because it wasn't pled for. But she wanted to address that with the court judge.
It should be addressed for the thing that I got, said suit for modification, confirmation of support arrearage, and unreimbursed medical expenses.
Yes, well, it looks like it was pled for. We're gonna.
Oh, yes, Judge, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was pled for.
Yes.
So that.
Okay, hold
I
on.
misspoke.
All right, there's gonna have to be a much longer hearing than what we have time for today. And do you have copies of all that stuff that she has sent to you, Ms. Sharma?
Judge, we have some of them in our virtual case file. Yes, Judge.
Well, I don't see any exhibits. And I can't go just by the word of the mother. There have to be some exhibits. So at any rate, I'm going to transfer this case to the 247th District Court. DRO mediation is ordered.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
And
you, Judge.
Ms. Thomas and Mr. Shannon, just